So, Monty, it's good to be here.
Mm-hmm.
You excited?
I am excited.
I'm excited for this, man. I've
Yeah.
always wanted to, I've always wanted to hear your testimony. And when I got a little glimpse of it, I'm just like, wow, man. I believe people would be actually edified and encouraged by what the Lord's done in your life. I like your hat, by the way.
Amen.
Walk with Jesus.
That's right.
Cool, man. Well, let's kind of kick this off, man. Do you remember how we met?
It had to have been in Calvary Chapel, Palm Desert. It just what had to.
I was trying to remember, and I couldn't remember either.
And for sure, I know that during those beginning times, it's hard to put my finger on exactly when it happened, but I know it wasn't. I wasn't there long before we went to a couple of the events where the children's events where D4C was.
You remember D4C?
Yeah, I remember D4C. Yeah.
Those of you who don't know what D4C is, that's just it means Down for Christ, and it was just a Christian rapping ministry and stuff. And you were there for some of the events.
Yeah, we went there. You were cooking hot dogs, and you guys were ministering and giving testimony to the kids. I thought it was So if it wasn't at Calvary Chapel, Palm Desert, it was at one of those events. But either way, it was right around that time when I was in NCIC and attending Calvary Chapel, Palm Desert.
You know what I remember? Remember the Ignition Bible studies?
Yes.
And I think that was like one of the very first times like we started knowing each other and just rocking out and having Bible studies and stuff. You would bring some of the guys. I remember Martine being over there, and
that was an amazing time. We would get done with our Friday night Bible study at 8:30 or almost 9, and we'd jump in the car, go to downtown Palm Springs, and just sometimes we'd have that Bible study right on the sidewalk. Remember a couple times we did that? Yeah, it's 11 o'clock at night, and it's in the middle of Sin City, man, and we're just loving the Lord and playing worship out on the sidewalk.
I remember that, man. I think there's a picture. Matter of fact, I think Andrew has a picture of that. Or maybe like as I'm we're talking about this, we could post it and stuff. Man, that's cool, bro. That's cool. Well, I'm literally, and I don't mean this just because it's going to be on camera. Like, I'm so glad that God has put you in my path, and that we know each other, man. You've been such a blessing, man, and I just thank the Lord for you and everything you've done, man.
Amen. And you know what's really just been on my heart since I sat down here is, it's amazing what God will use to glorify Himself in, and I just feel like we have no idea what He might use, and this might be it. Maybe He uses this, touches somebody's heart, and so who knows?
Even some donkeys like us.
Yeah, even some donkeys like us. Yeah.